What I'm noticing is with inflation, no more free money going around, people are trying to cut corners everywhere. And there's an increase in popularity when it comes to the Monaco Cuban, which personally I'm kind of like, nah, that's not my style, but who am I to judge your pockets? A lot of people seem to be liking these pieces because they get all they need from the Miami Cuban link look at a fraction of the price, saving them thousands of dollars. But my concern is it's a hollow piece. Sometimes it comes with CZ stones. Like, what's the longevity? Is it going to dent? Is it going to break? If I put a pendant on it, is it going to snap? Is that lock going to be even hinge worthy after long use? Like, are you really going to be happy with this purchase, which is going to cost you a few $1,000s regardless? In the long term? Well, let's roll my motherfucking music and maybe put it through a little bit of a torture test.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Listen, morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. The Monaco link. I'm not the biggest fan of the link. That's just me. I like a traditionalist link. But those same people are the people who are like, Cuba, you like gold over silver plated. That shit is junk. You will never get your money back. At least this is gold. You are right. At least it's gold. But once this breaks, you have scrap. Nobody's gonna want to fix that shit. To each their own. It is gold. It has value, right? So here's the infamous Monaco link. Again, it has the Miami Cuban link look. It's like a combination of a curb and a Miami Cuban link all balled up into one with this specific type of lock, which unfortunately are CZ stones. And it has this hinge mechanism here with the two release buttons, which doesn't bother me. Now, one funny fact about this Monaco is I don't know what the fuck it is. And what I mean by that is look at this link. What is it? It is too short to be a chain, unless you're Popeye, whose wrist is this big, and if it's an anklet, whose cankles are rocking this? I don't know what this is. This was possibly built for a puppy of some sort. Look at this shit. This is not a chain, it's not for a child, it's not a bracelet, and it's not an anklet. What is this, a calf link? But nevertheless, here's how you can tell the Monacos. It usually has this 14 karat gold and the locks are really open in the back. And then when you look at the actual link, right? And see in between them, they have these pores, these holes all over the links because they're open, they're hollow. Now, this particular one is a thin Monaco. It's not as bubbly as some of the options that are out there. So this one might not have a big dent factor, but they are hollow. You saw those porous openings in the back. Like, see those holes there? You see those holes there? Yeah. So you can't really set these in diamonds per se because I don't know how long those prongs will last in there. I think eventually after time they'll just, and the stones will just fall out. Now to my knowledge, these Monacos don't ever come with a real diamond box. But just to remove all doubt, let's hit it with the diamond test. And these are gonna be hard as hell to hit because they're so small. Nothing. It's not even moving. Diamond tester's on. It's not moving. I'll do it one more time for you guys, but again, it's really hard. Nothing. These are not diamonds, they're CZs. So if you're okay walking around with 14 karat gold with CZs, perfectly good option. So you can see the Monaco in full effect. Here we go. Once again, hopefully you can see the openings in the back and those little porous holes, those little drilled holes or openings there. You can see them, they're on each side of the link. Here's the lock, here's the spring mechanism, and it opens up like so. It's got a couple of teeth here. Boom, you put it in. It's hard to do this shit with gloves. You put it, you just squeeze the tabs or just push it in, and then it goes. Is this hollow piece going to last? Well, let's do some unrealistic / realistic scenarios. The snatch. You're walking in the hood in the middle of the night and you have a hollow chain on. Is this box slot going to provide you the security? Let's just do a little bit of pulling. Shall we? Let's go. So I'm gonna hold it here on two ends and I'm just spreading. I'm putting some pressure. I'm pulling hard. I'm pulling really hard. I'm pulling fucking hard. it held. And this was a vertical pull with some decent amount of pull. Now we'll do it horizontally from a different angle. All right, here we have it here, and I'm gonna do a horizontal pull, slight, light pull, hard, 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 hard. I'm impressed. This lock can take some pain. I'm pulling the lock. I'm pulling. Now I'm bending, so that's not fair. I'm pulling. It's holding very well. Very impressed. Get the gloves off so there's no friction issues. Now, let's look at some unrealistic denting situations. Now, as I mentioned, this one is a thinner link, so I think this is going to be very resistant to dents. If it was more of a bubbly hollow piece, I think it might be a little bit of an issue, but just to test it out, I have a fucking rubber mallet, because who doesn't test jewelry out with a rubber mallet, right? Of course. That's one hit. Just looking at it here. Nothing. Let's try again, shall we? Now on this centerpiece where I hit, there's a little bit of a squash look right here, if you guys can tell. Not a lot, but definitely squeezed it a bit. I did hit it hard as fuck, so let's try. Well, the lock is curved. If I hit the lock, it's just gonna damage it. So I don't think that's fair enough, because that's not a realistic scenario. Let's do a double mallet. Ready? Double mallet, I hit it right here. A dent right here, if you can see it there. That was hitting it with a mallet twice though. So, you know, not such a real world scenario, but it does dent, as you can see there, as opposed to you doing it with a solid piece and most likely would not dent. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but it did formulate some denting action right here. So now that I don't have gloves on, maybe it'll be a lot easier for me to grab and pull. It's taking it. I'm pulling. All right, listen, the lock has taken a very decent amount of beating. I'm very impressed. Now, let's do a snatch. All right, so you're walking along, and whoops, nothing. You're walking along, whoops, nothing. So far, I'm impressed. I didn't make this video to shit on a Monaco. I really was curious about its durability. And this particular Monaco, which doesn't scream different from any of the others, is taking a beating. I hit it with the mallet twice, it did dent, but it's hitting it with a fucking mallet. Like, how realistic is that, right? I've pulled it, I'm doing a snatch test. You hear it? I'm pulling it. It's taking it. I'm trying to see if there's any stretch, any issue here. No. Now let's go a little apeshit. Still hold up. I'm fucking impressed. I'm impressed. Look, my fingers are red from pulling the shit. Like, it's real deal. I'm not here bullshitting you. I'm impressed. Let me see if the lock is still functional after all that pulling. Like, nothing ever happened. Those little teeth right there are definitely holding and holding very well. It must be a 2-stage locking mechanism in here. One, yes, it's 2-stage 2. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I personally wouldn't buy it for aesthetic reasons, but torture-wise, holds super well. Another scenario, it's on your countertop. You got kids. What happens? The chain falls on the floor. You're waking up in the middle of the night and trying to avoid stepping on the Lego on the floor. So what do? You accidentally step on your chain. What's gonna happen? Let's find out. House shoes on deck. Let's go. All right, stepping on it. Let's go back over. All right, stepped on it. Let's see if there's any damage here. Seems to be intact. Nope, no real damage. I mean, they were soft house slippers, but it's a real scenario. You're waking up avoiding the Lego, and you don't want to step on the Lego, but you step on your chain with your house shoes or slippers, unless you're sleeping with sneakers and then you're a bum bitch. So it's literally going to take a lot of force to pull this, right? So let's go. Now we're gonna do a decent pull on this particular one. Now the question is, are all Monacos the same or the same manufacturer? It isn't stamped Monaco, but this is a Monaco chain for sure. Like, do they all have this same resistance? Now I have a decent amount of tension here, but I'm not pulling yet, right? So if I start to pull, I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm not ripping it, I'm pulling. It's safe to say that I am impressed. I came in with the perception that this wasn't going to last. Look, you can see on my hands the markings of me actually pulling and pulling pressure on this. I gotta say, I'm shocked. I'm shocked this didn't just snap and break. I've encountered other Monaco pieces that have been very flimsy, and this is drawing me to a conclusion that they might not all be built the same. However, if it's a thinner profile Monaco like such, you might just have a decent hollow piece that can take some pain. I'm pulling it, so that means it can take a pendant weight with no problem or stretch, because I'm stretching the shit out of it and it didn't break or snap. The lock has great durability on it, no matter that it has CZ diamonds, none of them came out, so the setting is fairly decent, or the glue is really good. For a 14 karat hollow piece, it is not bad on the durability scale. Once again, I'm pulling, I'm beating with a mallet, still holding up well, not damaged, the lock is still fully functional. And it's holding up. I mean, there's nothing else to do but run over it with a car, and should I do that again? Nah, I think this has proven the point. This particular Monaco in 14 karat gold with the porous holes and the CZ set its spring mounted lock, it is quite durable for a hollow piece. So shout out to y'all who constructed this. Very well made. I am impressed, I am surprised, and I'm sure you are as well. So this might be a decent investment for you, right? If you want to go the hollow piece and want to feel comfortable wearing a light link around your neck, this might be an option that you want to go for. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart. Let me know what you thought and your experiences with the Monaco link, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what is biggest in the game. Smooches.
CUBAKNOW, 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 CUBAKNOW. What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. CUBAKNOW.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.